Hey everyone, my name is Sandeep and in this video I will be showing you how to solve LeetCode problem 1997 first day where you have been in all the rooms. This is from weekly contest 257. So the problem statement goes like this. There are n rooms that you need to visit and these are labeled from 0 to n-1. Initially on day 0 we are visiting room number 0. Okay. Now we want to visit the next rooms. So the order in which we visit the next room is determined by two rules and a next visit array. Okay, so let's see the rules. Rule number 1. If the count of visits of room I is odd, then next day we visit the room specified by next visit of I. That means if the number of times we have visited a room I is odd, then the next day we will visit the room number specified by next visit of I. Okay. Similarly, if the count of visits for a room I is even, then next day we visit the room number I plus 1 mod n. So those are the two rules. Finally, what do we have to return? So we have to return the day number when we have visited all the rooms. That is from 0 to n-1. We have visited each of the rooms at least once. And since the answer can be very huge, we have to return the answer modulo 10 to the power 9 plus 7. So that's the problem description. For a more detailed description, please find the link in the description below. And let's see some examples. So this is the first example where we have next visit array which contains values 0 and 0. So as I said, the length of this array is the number of rooms that we have. So here we have length as 2. So we have rooms as room number 0 and room number 1. So that's why I've taken 0 and 1. And this denotes how many times we have visited a particular room. Initially it is 0 and 0. Okay. So let's start. On day 0, as I said, we visit the first room, room number 0. So the count becomes 1. So the count is odd now. So as per rule number 1, if count is odd, we go to room number, next visit of I. So next visit of 0 is 0 again. So on the day 1, we again go to the room number 0. Okay. So the count becomes 2. So now count is even. So next day where do we go? We go to the I plus 1th room because count is even. So on day 2, we go to room number 1. And let's increment this count. At this point, notice that we have visited each room at least once. So hence the day number 2 is the answer. So we need 2 days. That's the answer. Let's check for this example as well very quickly. So I will just remove these and these. Okay. So here in example 2 we have next visit as 0, 0 and 2. So on day 0 we visit room number 0. Okay. That's already given. So this will be 1. Now the count is odd. So which room do we visit next? We visit the room number denoted by next visit of 0, which is 0 again. So on day 1 we again go to room number 0. So this count becomes 2. Okay. Next, let's see. Since count is even, we move to room number 1. So on day 2 we move to room number 1. So and this count becomes odd. So since this is odd, we have to again go to room number this, which is denoted by next visit of 1, which is 0. So we again go to room number 0. Okay, on day 3. Let's move ahead. On day 4, and let's increment the count as well. Okay. Yeah. So for this the count is odd. So again we have to go to room number next visit of 0, which is again 0 itself. So we make the value as 4. So now the count is even. So where do we move? We move to the I plus 1th. So for day number 5 we have visiting room number 5. So room number 1. Yeah. Okay. So this count becomes 2. Now since the count is even, where do we go? We go to the I plus 1th room. So on day number 6 we are going to room number 2. So let's make the count 1. So at this point we have visited each of the rooms at least once. Hence the day number is 6. So 6 is the answer. So those were the sample examples. So if you want to think of solution by yourself, pause the video here and think about it. Else let's move ahead. So let's look at a couple of observations before we move to the actual solution. So the first observation here is that next visit of I is in the range 0 to I inclusive for a particular index I, which means that if I am at room number I and I am moving to the room number I plus 1, that means that all the rooms between 0 to I inclusive have been visited an even number of times. For example, here these are the rooms and I am at room number I. So let's assume this room has been visited even number of times. That's why I am moving to the I plus 1th room. So I can fairly assume that all these rooms from 0 to I inclusive till now have been visited even number of times only. That's why I'm moving ahead. So let's take a contradictory example and prove that our assumption is correct. Let's say we are at a room number J, which is before room number I, that is J is less than I, and this room has odd number of visits. So if this room has odd number of visits, we would never be able to transition ahead to the rooms ahead. Why? Because we can only visit from 0 to I if the rooms are odd. So if this is odd, we can only transition to the rooms behind it. We can never move ahead. So that means we never reach this room number I. That means it has to be even at this point. Hence, we have proved that when we are transitioning from room number I to I plus 1, all the rooms behind of it, that is from I 0 to I, they all have even number of visits. Now, let's break this down to two cases. The first case is when next visit of I is equal to I, and what is the second case? It's just a negation when it's between less than I and it's greater than or equal to 0. So these are the two cases that we need to solve for. So first case is very straightforward. Let's take an example. We have next visit array as 0, 1, 2, 3, which is just same as these indexes 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. These are the indexes and these are the values of the array. Okay. Now let's see the answer. So at day 0 we start with 0. At day 1 again we move to the same next visit of 0. So we have to visit the room 0 itself. At day 2, since the visits is even, so we move to the next day. So that means it took us exactly 2 days to move to the next day when the next visit of I is equal to I, that is next visit of 0 is equal to 0. So it took us exactly 2 more days to go from 0 to 1. Similarly, when we start with day 2, we have room number 1. This is odd now, odd number of counts. So again at day 3, we again visit the same room because next visit of 1 is equal to 1. So now again we have to visit the same room, it is even. So we again move to the next room, room number 2. So again it took us exactly 2 days to move from room number 1 to 2. So that's the idea. When we have next visit of I equals I, we need exactly 2 days to reach the next room. So that's one idea. Let's now check how do we calculate for this. I will take an example and I will show you how to solve for this particular case. So let's solve for this example, next visit, where the values are 0, 1, 0, 2 and 1. And these are the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have taken dp of I as the number of days needed to reach room number I. Okay. So let's start. Initially we are at room number 0. So on day 0 we reach room number 0. So number of days needed to reach room number 0 is 0 itself, because we start with day 0 where we have visited room 0. Okay, we are at this. Next, we want to go to room number 1. So to go to room number 1, we have to check next visit of 0. Next visit of 0 is equal to 0. And I have said if next visit of I minus 1 equals I minus 1, then it's nothing but 2 more days are needed. So that means here we have number of days to reach number 0 is 0. Plus 2 more days are needed to reach from 0 to 1. So in total of 2 days are needed. Yeah. So 2 more days are needed to go to room number 1. Let's move ahead. I want to now go to room number 2. So I check for next visit of 1. Next visit of 1 is 1. So again this condition is satisfied, which is next visit of I minus 1 equals I minus 1. So I need 2 more days again. So it's basically number of days to reach room number 1 was 2 itself. And the number of days to go from 1 to 2 is this value 2, because 2 more days are needed because these two values are same. So total of 4 days. So I need 4 days to reach room number 2. Okay, let's quickly draw them. Yeah, in total of 4 days I can reach room number 2. Let's move ahead. I now go to room number 3. Okay, now I check next visit of 2. Next visit of 2 is 0. These two values are not same. So let's see how we can calculate the answer for this. So next visit of 2 was 0, room number 0. So I made a transition from 2 to 0. Okay, let's mark this as plus 1. Now the interesting fact is that if you see here, room number 2 and room number 0 both have odd number of visits. And so we start with room number 0 and we again reach room number 2, making the transition so that the number of visits for room number 2 will become even, and as soon as this becomes even, I can go to the I plus 1, that is 2 plus 1, third room, which is our destination here. So let's make the transitions. So we have already seen how to go from room number 0 to room number 2 here. So let's trace the same path again. I have 0, 0, I have 1, I have 1, finally I reach a 2. So this path, these transitions you can say is the exact same as this. because both these places room number 0 had odd number of counts, odd number of visits actually. So finally I made even number of visits for room number 2, and now I can directly move to room number 3, which is one more transition plus 1. So let's summarize this quickly. The number of days to reach from 2 to 3 is nothing but one transition to go to next visit of I minus 1, one transition to go from I to I plus 1, and this remaining transition to go from, that is days to go from next visit of I minus 1 to I minus 1. Okay, that's true. How do we calculate this? The days to go from this to this. Notice that this is what we have calculated here. So we already know how many days are needed to reach room number 2, how many days are needed to reach room number 1, how many days are needed to reach room number 0. So in this case we need the number of days to move from room number 0 to room number 2, which is nothing but this value contains number of days to reach room number 2, this value contains number of days to reach room number 0. So if we subtract these two values, what do we get? We get dp of 2 minus dp of 0, which is nothing but 4, which says that 4 days are needed to move from room number 0 to room number 2, and that is the information that we also need here. So we simply need 1 plus 1 plus dp of I minus 1 minus dp of next visit of I minus 1. Yeah. So this is the number of days that is needed to move from 2 to 3. So the value is simply 1 plus 1 2 plus this value is dp of 2 minus dp of which is 4. So this is 4, which is 6. So 6 days are needed to move from room number 2 to room number 3. But how many days do we need to reach room number 2, which is 4 itself? So in total 10 days are needed to move to room number 3. And finally for room number 4 we have 18 days. You can calculate this for yourself, take it as an exercise. So let's generalize this quickly. So else we have dp of I as nothing but number of ways to reach the I minus 1th day, that is dp of I minus 1 plus this entire formula, which is nothing but 2 plus this value dp of I minus 1 minus dp of next visit of I minus 1. So let's quickly look at the code. So this is the actual code for this problem. I have taken the function name as first day in all rooms, and I have taken next visit array as a parameter to this function. So number of rooms is nothing but the length of this next visit array, and I have taken a dp array of size rooms, which gives me the number of days which are needed to reach rooms minus 1. Okay, the mod value is 1 in 9 plus 7, and initially all the values are filled with zeros in this dp array. That means dp of 0 is 0 itself, which is the number of days to reach room number 0. So I start with I equals 1 and go till the last room and increment it. So if next visit of I minus 1 equals I minus 1, this conditions I have already shown, we simply need 2 more days to reach room number I. So that's why dp of I is dp of I minus 1 plus 2, else dp of I is dp of I minus 1, which is the number of days needed to reach room number I minus 1, and now the transition, number of days to reach from I minus 1 to I. So this is the transition value. I also add a mod value here because whenever you do a minus b mod, this is the modular property. If you do a minus b modular mod, then it means a minus b plus mod whole mod. So that's how you treat subtraction in modular operator. Finally, I return the answer. So these things should be known to you when you solve this problem. So what is the time complexity for this problem? So let's see. So the time complexity is simply O of n, because we simply iterate through the array itself, where n is the length of this next visit array, or more formally we can say the number of rooms. Similarly, space complexity is also same, the O of rooms itself, where rooms is nothing but the length of this array itself. So it's linear time complexity and space complexity. So hope you like this solution. If you did not understand anything, please leave a comment and feel free to subscribe to the channel, and hope you enjoyed. Bye.